Hello, everyone. I am so excited today to introduce you to someone you've probably seen all over the place already. But this man has been, without him knowing it, such an inspiration to me and such a mentor. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why. He is this perfect combination of heart and smart. Like the yin yang symbol and that dividing line between the strong and the soft. Well, he rides that line in such a beautiful way and is such an example of everything that I love about having a business and being successful and doing good and being good and having that heart. But if you're just yang, you have the success and it's dry. It's meaningless. It's never enough. And sometimes if you're just heart, you don't have the monies. So that beautiful balance of being successful and also doing good is just why I almost got nervous to even have this conversation today. So I'd really love to introduce you to the man who's about to put on a 5-day challenge with Tony Robbins that I think is going to change the world and change your life if you're open to it, change your future, empower you to change your future, Mr. Dean Graziosi.
Oh, thank you for that beautiful intro. That was the most unique and beautiful one I've ever heard. So thank you, Sabrina. How are you today?
You're welcome. I'm so good. I'm so excited about life. I'm so excited about how the world is like coming back online, and the opportunities that this situation has provided for everyone.
I mean, let's just face it. Hey, everybody, that if you're listening or watching right now, thanks for spending time with us. I know you got lots of choices, but we're going to have some fun here over the next 30 minutes or so. And, I mean, let's just face it. The world has completely shifted. It is chaotic. It was crazy, is crazy. Uncertainty, the highest it's ever been, right? And uncertainty can breed a lot of self-doubt, make you feel like an imposter, make you feel like you should sit on your hands until the world changes or you can identify. So, I mean, it's if you've had any of those feelings, congratulations for being human, but also if you're aware, if you can shift your focus from what we lost or what could go wrong, because it's really easy to do both of those. What went sideways? Whose fault was it? And how bad could it be in the future? It's so easy to focus on that. And you're human if you do. But also the ability to focus on what we learned, what got exposed, and what could be, and how much you can grow, and what industries are going to exponentially grow, and how can I open my heart more is also available for you to focus on. And I know it sounds simple and you're like, oh, Dean, I've heard that before, but maybe you hear it for the first time today, is that we have the opportunity at all times to focus on what's wrong and what could go wrong, but we also have the chance to focus on what we learned and what could go right.
Yeah, totally. Well, I love that you named this challenge that you're inviting us to, and I'm already in.
Great. You're going to love it. It's going to be amazing.
It's called Own Your Future. And I was laughing with my husband, Tristan, earlier, like, so if you don't want to own your future, what do you want? Future by default? The accidental future? Like, what do you want? And I know in my life, I've judged myself for constantly reinventing, right? Because it felt like, I was a TV star. I had a fitness franchises. I was a meditating minimalist. I made vegetarian wraps for a food truck. It's just ballroom dancing and then online digital marketer. It's like, I'm a flibbity gibbet, like, can't you find what you want to do? And judging myself. And then in my 50s, what, you're going to reinvent yourself again and go online, which I did. And I saw that you can reinvent yourself from never feeling enough, never feeling like you made the right choice, you're not good enough, and you're not keeping up with the neighbors, or you can choose to reinvent yourself and own your future based on all the lessons that you've learned and all the knowledge that you've gained. And then you can bring that forth. So the reinventing, it's never starting from scratch.
Never. Oh my God. I'm so glad you said that. And I love when I have someone who shares something that's so aligned with my heart. Most people think when they pivot or shift that they're starting over from zero. Right. Your life experiences, Sabrina, the only reason you could do so well online, jump into this arena, be a part of this incredible industry, is because you did all those different things, because certain things failed, because you felt left out or let down, or you failed at certain, like all of those ingredients actually positioned you perfect
Yep.
for what you're doing right now. Again, another one of those things, we can focus on all those things that held us back, or we can focus on, wow, that was the journey I was supposed to be on.
Yeah.
So I could be right here, right now.
Yes. Like the way that we first went online was because Tristan had a back injury and could barely walk for 5 years. And when he finally was able to move again, and we had owned the largest martial arts school in Austin before that. So he lost everything, massively in debt. We wanted to go online to help people. So, but from that seemingly curse has
Yeah.
been like this big blessing. And I see it with everything. I got to MC a 3-day virtual event for Kim Walsh Phillips with Barry and Blue. Oh, it was so fun. But
Oh, good for you.
I knew how to do that. I knew how to entertain and how to get the audience engaged because I emceed charity events for 10 years. Like, and I was just looking back like, wow, we're the sum of all that has gone before with no judgment. So it wasn't like the good and the bad. It's just with no judgment.
Just the sum total.
Yeah.
Yeah. And think of where we are right now. The world, we are told, and it's happening, that we are socially distanced, right? We're hoping it's, in certain states here in America, like our state is kind of open, other states aren't.
Yeah.
But during this socially distanced time, we found a way to be virtually connected, right? Look at, we have the chance to talk, Sabrina, right now. In 2 seconds, we both clicked the button and we're here having a great conversation. That was available 18 months ago, but it wasn't utilized at the level it is now. Think of the amount of information that's going out right now that people are absorbing and acquiring to allow them to overcome their obstacles, to learn from people who've already been there, to get the shortcut. I mean, let's just face it. I mean, there's a lot of great industries. When the world shifts, you have to look to where the world is going, not where it used to be, because it's not the same and it may never be the same. But what I love about this industry, what we're doing right now, the knowledge industry, the information industry, the self-education industry, specialized knowledge, upskill, whatever you want to call it. What I love about it is not only did it change my life 25 years ago, right? It was Tony Robbins who introduced me to self-education. And after Tony, it was Wayne Dyer and Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra and Dale Carnegie and Earl Nightingale. I was like, oh my God, these people were they shared knowledge so I could go faster. I got hooked. I ended up in the industry, right? But the truth of the matter is, when Tony started 40 something years ago and I started 25 years ago, it wasn't really that cool. It was there and there were people experiencing it, but we're at this place in time where the world is saying, hey, if I'm going to go do something, before I do it, I don't think going back to college will solve it. I don't think learning on my own will solve it. It'll take too long. Hey, I'm going to go online. I'm going to find somebody who's already been down that path, someone who already failed and now they succeeded. Someone who started the business, now they're scaling. Someone who was bad at sales, now they're good at sales. Someone who was thinking of going vegan, now they're crushing vegan, or better at meditation, or better at yoga, or cured their heart disease naturally, or cured diabetes. Like, the world has decided that knowledge, and this is something I really got to write down, knowledge is the new currency. Here's the secret. It's always been the currency. It's just the world is realizing that we can cut checks to learn from people who've already been there and go faster. And that's why I love this industry. That's why we're doing the 5-day challenge, kind of pull back and show the world this incredible industry that we all have the ability to jump into if you understand it, right? Anything new is like, oh, I'm not sure. But once you get it, you're like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I learned, I went to ClickFunnels Live, Funnel Hackers Live.
Yeah.
And you shared about selling. And I was raised with a false sense of humility and like I need to be humble and I shouldn't receive and I should only give. So, I can teach some great workshops, but then when it came to the point of asking for the sale, it's like this imposter comes in and starts acting all awkward. And just the way that you shared in such a small amount of time about the transition that you make, like, here it is, you can go and do it on your own. But if you'd like some help, I'd like to be that person. That has helped me so much. It's like, just be normal. But
yeah, I mean, listen, we have to realize, listen, if you're selling drugs or you're selling gambling to a person with a gambling problem, or cigarettes to someone who shouldn't smoke, that's not good. That's not cool. But when you have the ability to impact someone's life in a positive way, if you could shorten their learning curve, if you can have them avoid mistakes, if you can have them get to their end results, save a marriage, be better during a divorce, sell better, build a funnel better, teach better,
Yeah.
live better, love better, find your inner soul, your purpose, or coach them to another level,
Yeah.
you're actually doing them a disservice if you're not offering it to them.
Mhm.
Because one of the fundamental flaws of business, and we're not taught this in school, and this is something you should absolutely write down and remember forever. If you build it, they will not come. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how great it is. It doesn't matter if you care at the deepest level. It doesn't matter if you spent 5 years writing the book or creating the course or doing the training. None of that matters. If you build it, no matter how good, they will not come. And this isn't a guess. This is an absolute fact, and you need to hear it. They will come if you learn how to market, persuade, and influence people to action.
Yeah.
But how can that be something where you're excited about, is knowing that you can't change someone's life unless they make a transaction. And in most cases, people who don't pay attention.
Absolutely.
You give people stuff for free, they don't show up. That's why the challenge we're doing, I've been telling everybody about this challenge, Sabrina. We're at over 500,000 people right now. Tony and I are shooting for 1 million people. You know what I told on every single podcast or interview I've done? I'm like, please pretend you paid $5,000 to attend. And yes, the challenge is free, but pretend you paid $5,000 so you show up with pen in hand, with your journal in hand, because all I know is the higher my level masterminds are, the more people pay, the more they pay attention. They write down every word, they go implement. Sometimes when things are free, like, it was good. Like it's Tony Robbins, myself, and 15 of the most amazing presenters and trainers and people who've evolved, all coming together, hell-bent on serving the world. Like that's it. And not serving in any other way, like helping you create your own economy in today's shifting world. Like, when does that happen? Right. But we have to know that usually a transaction is what allows people to take action. I'm going to just share a quick little story here. I had this awesome lady, one of the people Tony and I have trained or helped. Her name is Sabrina, and she had a problem thinking selling was bad. And she was helping women get through menopause, because she said she went through menopause and she said it was an absolute disaster for her. She was sweating every day. She felt ugly. She gained weight. She thought her husband was going to leave her. She said, I was losing my mind. She goes, but then I obsessed and I read the books and I went to naturopaths and I went to doctors and I got coaching and I created a way to stop the night sweats. I felt beautiful again. I found the way to work on my psychology and my husband, and I connected on the deepest level. And she's like, but I feel bad selling it because I'm not a doctor. And then I just talked to her. I said, Sabrina, do you know what's wrong? You're looking at like you think you're intruding when it's the complete opposite. In fact, the matter is you're screwing over millions of women who are going through menopause right now, and they're trying to do it on their own. They're suffering in silence and they don't know how to get that connection back with their husband. They feel crazy. They gain the weight. They have the night sweats. And do you have the answer? She goes, oh my God, I have the answer. I said, then you're hurting them by not helping them. If you look at it, it is absolute service. So if you built it like you did, they're not going to come. And after our conversation, by the time she was done, I saw she was 20 pounds lighter. She's like, I can't wait to sell. Oh my God, I'm going to shoot my video. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Because I said only 2 things can happen. You leave people to suffer on their own, or they buy from someone else who doesn't care as much as you, Sabrina. And I could tell how much you care. So get to marketing. Nice. And I just watched her leave as a different person with 5,000 pounds off her back. And that's when people sometimes will say to me, Dean, oh my God, you're so good at selling. It's like, no, I don't even know if I'm good at selling. I just love impacting lives and I love the products and services we do. So it's fun for me because I know if I don't get you to show up to a challenge or get the course or get the book, I can't help you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's such a beautiful story, because I think humans don't value what they know as valuable, and they don't value the experiences they've been through. I know for me, for a long time, it was like, well, if I know how to do it, it's not that big of a deal. I only valued what I didn't know or what I didn't have. Wow, and then really? other people reflect back like, you've done that. You've done that. Oh my gosh, you live stream fitness classes all the time and you do that. And I saw, oh, wow, I'm not seeing the value of something I do. Like these women online, my mom subscribed to these videos. They make wreaths on this circle of grapevine sticks and they hot glue them. She has memberships that she loves watching these women hot glue these flowers on these wreaths and sell them. And that person, like, how long did it take for them to realize that knowledge is valuable. There's
It
people
is.
who want it.
All of it. I mean, Tony and I have been helping, we've been in this industry for 65 years between us, but we've been helping people get in this industry for about 3 years now. And we've identified 4,700 different niches, everything you could possibly imagine. I mean, everything. There's nothing from wreaths to a girl does a workshop on painting with wolves. She paints and she brings in wolves and you sit and pet the wolves while you're painting. So you have and she sells out, right? Because here's the cool part, because we are all virtually connected. When Tony and I started, both of us, we had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to see if an infomercial would work because there was no internet. There wasn't even MySpace. None of it existed. But now we have the opportunity to hit a button and communicate with 1, 20, 2,000 people in a moment. And there's somebody right now that needs what you already know. And I feel once you understand how valuable that is, that you can impact their lives and create success for yourself, it's an industry you'll be obsessed with.
Absolutely. Ugh, your stories are so empowering. I was sharing with someone yesterday. I always ask when I go to bed for like morning messages, realizations, show me something while my guard is down and I'm sleeping that I haven't thought of before that I need to know. And it always comes. And 2 days ago, I woke up and I just kind of heard, teaching is loving. Teaching is loving. And the vision that came with that was an older man sitting on a stoop leading up to a house with a little boy next to him. And he had the little boy's shoe. And he was saying, first you make a loop, then you go around it, and then you have to pull it through this other little hole. And the little boy was like, whoa, wait, do it again. Where's the hole? Let me try, Grandpa. And then it cut to this girl standing on a stool at a kitchen with her mom in a big silver bowl, and they were stirring cookies. And she was getting to put those chocolate chips in. And the mom was going, that's right. Scrape the side of the bowl, mix it all in. And these people were they felt so loving to get to teach something that is so easy. And the kids just felt so loved. And I said, well, it's the same thing that I feel when I teach a business strategy or a fitness tip or on camera secrets. I like to help people be on camera. I feel so beautiful teaching. And I feel that I'm loving them. And they're receiving that. And so this opportunity to own your future is an opportunity to have that great fulfillment of loving people through what you've been through in your life. It may just be stirring cookies to you, but for someone else, it's exactly what they've been looking for.
Yeah, what a beautiful way to put that. I visualize that. You're a great storyteller. I visualized both of those scenes, but it's really true, right? Someone is starting off. I mean, think about it as a valley, right? We're going along life and all of a sudden something hits. You go through a divorce, the life changes, the business ends, the economy shifts, winter comes, a million things. You face an illness and kind of you go through this dip of life. And during this dip, you're learning new capabilities, you're managing it. And all of a sudden that mess starts to become your message. And then there becomes a solution, or you had to learn a new skill, and that new skill after trying it becomes mastery. Or you had to take uncomfortable action. You didn't want to do it, but the job is over. The partner screwed you over. The world has changed, whatever it is. And that uncomfortable action taught you an expertise. And when you're on the other side, you don't even realize you went through this valley. You learned all this and you're on the other side. But if you turned around and look back, there's a whole bunch of people on the other side of the valley, and they're either going to go through that huge dip of life, or you can provide them the bridge. And that's really what we do for a living, Sabrina. It's what I do, what Tony does, but now it's for everybody. It's not just for Tony, Dean, Sabrina, and people that you see. It's for everybody. We are bridge builders if you learn how to extract what you know and share it, impact lives, and create success. And that's why we put this 5-day challenge together. We're calling it a challenge because we're challenging people to action, challenging people to explore, challenging people to gain capabilities and go out and be the role models and the leaders they were meant to be. How do we fix this world? No one's coming to save us. Listen, I've been around long enough to know there's no one coming to wave a magic wand and fix this. There's no one going to change the world. You know who's going to change it? We are. How do you fix the global economy? We fix the economy in our homes. Yes. How do we change the global conversation? We change the conversation in our homes. And how do we do that? We learn from people who've already been there, and then we go out and take uncomfortable action. And that's what we're doing. So if anything we shared today is intriguing, I'm really encourage you to go and register for the challenge. I know we have a link for you, Sabrina. It's ownit48.com. Ownit48.com. Go there and see all the incredible speakers. You're never going to see a lineup like this. And do what I said. Pretend you paid $5,000 for it. It's free, not kind of free, totally free. So go register at ownit48.com. And then the other thing I would say is not only put it in your phone, because when the challenge is over, we're taking it down. There's no replay. But send that link to a friend of yours. Like right now, get an accountability partner. You don't need to go to the gym with a friend. You work out harder. Get someone to go through this with you. When Tony and I are done training, or the other speakers, we're going to go probably 2 hours a day. Jump on the phone, jump on a Zoom with a friend. What'd you learn? What are you going to do? What are you going to do first? Have an accountability partner to go through this, because this is one of those rare times where you're going to get insane value, and it's not going to cost anything. So how you can pay us back is by absorbing it and utilizing it.
Yeah, I just want to repeat that. Definitely. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I can't believe it's happening to begin with. When you see the lineup, like, I just love the speakers you've brought together, and they're all coming together. They're not being paid. This is a gift. Accept it, and don't expect it to happen again. Don't miss this train. Hop on this train now.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Yeah, I know you were. Sabrina, thank you so much. I love your energy. I mean it. I know this is the first time we met quick at ClickFunnels. But
traffic and conversion.
And conversion. Oh, right. Traffic and conversion. Right. But I want to tell you, you have an amazing energy. Thanks for all you do for the world, and keep putting that out there, because more people need to see that we can all be the person we're destined to be. You know, Dale Carnegie, it's a quote that I've remembered for a decade. When I read it, it stuck with me forever. He said the biggest plight of the human race is knowing you have more potential, but not utilizing it. And I think one thing we all have in common right now at this very second is we all know we have more gas in the tank. We could do more, be the woman or the man God meant us to be.
Yes.
And that is one capability and one step of confidence away. So this has been so much fun. Thank you. So go to ownit48.com, register, come there May 11th, and bring a friend.